It's a late night ride down these YouTube streets where the grifters are scamming and the bullshit repeats. Betty's outside with her bullhorn loud, creeping on parents, yeah, she's making them proud. Brittany J's nodding off midstream, drooling on her mic while she chases a dream. And the green team's back with a Photoshop, lies, crop, paste, filter, now the kid's alive. Oh wait, who's that cutting through the static? J is for justice, bringing facts, no dramatics. Her cooters are loyal, her mods don't play. Try to fuck around, you'll get banned today. Oh, Jay and the cooters run this town, while the tragedy pimps just beg and clown. They twist the truth, they fake receipts, while Jay's bringing justice. No tricks, no cheats. Oh, don't fuck with the mods tonight. Betty's outside trying to bang on doors, while her chat drops cash like a broke-ass tour. She's screaming about justice, but where's that cash? Oh, right in her pocket, y'all got finesse fast. Brittany J's got a streaming mid-spin, somebody wake her up, she passed out again. Green team's out here with the fake-ass pics, turning missing kids into AI tricks. Jay's got the cooters holding it down, no clickbait here, just facts all around her mods. All the real ones blocking the trash, no trolls allowed, get the fuck out fast. Oh, Jay and the cooters run this town, while the tragedy pimps just beg and clown. They twist the truth, they fake receipts, while Jay's bringing justice. No tricks, no cheats. Oh, don't fuck with the mods tonight. Hush, little grifter, don't say a word. Jay's got the truth and your scam's been heard. And if the green team tries one more trick, we'll call their bluff, make them vanish quick. Betty's stalking, call the cops, Brittany's sleeping. Someone stop green team lying, expose that fraud. Jay and her mods goddamn are strong. So round and round the scammers go, begging for cash with a stolen show. But Jay and the cooters, they're built to last, bringing the truth while these fools grift fast. And the circus goes on. Oh, Jay and the cooters run this town, while the tragedy pimps just beg and clown. They twist the truth, they fake receipts, while Jay's bringing justice. No tricks, no cheats. Oh, don't fuck with the mods tonight.
Me of planting pants that I found. Get the hell out of here. Welcome back to Cooterville. Hello, everybody. Hello, moderators. Thank you, Olive, for being here. Craig's pump and dump attendant was number 69. Thank you for hitting the like button tonight. Happy Thursday. I promised we would go over the Pascal interview, and I am here. I aim to please. What's happening, everybody? It's rainy in Lancaster, PA. Is it a chilly, rainy night? What's up, Proud Fur Mom? I figured I must go live before midnight because it's been historically that my internet has been going out before midnight or right after midnight. So here I am. What's up, Moxie? Hey, Melissa B. with my fur babies. What's up, Tammy, Sarah, Luna, Jips? Hope you're doing good. Hey, Daz. Amy C., good to see you. Brittany, good to see you. Tuesday. Dog the Betty Hunter. Syndicane. I'm doing pretty good. You're cuddling up in bed, Chris? Hey, Kiwi. Eating dinner? What you got for dinner, Amanda? Hey, sis. Wild and wonderful hippie. Hey, Jackie. After midnight, we gonna turn off Jay's internet. Hey, women are sacred. I am here to play the Pascal interview for y'all. Oh, where's our chat box? It didn't turn on. Come on, Streamlabs. Hold on. Oh, she was turned off. There we go. So let me give you a little update of what we went over last night. Oh, in Florida, where at? It's not raining here, Pesty. Hey, Simplify. It's good to see you. Hi, Pines. Love, Louie. Good evening, Danny. Be switched. Living life. Just got back from puppy training. Oh, fun. So we watched Jennifer Coffindaffer from yesterday, and she did, hey, NH. She did an about face. She stated that she did not think that Chris and Katie had done anything wrong. She stated that she watched specifically this Pascal interview that we're going to watch, and that she noticed Seth Rogers' inconsistent statements. Hello, Chip. Hello, Sarah with an H. Tiffany. Screenshot this. Is cold in Ohio, really? I would take a little bit of cold right now. First time it's rained in Miami in weeks. It lasted 5 minutes. Well, we're coming into that rainy season, right? Me. So, yeah, she was saying that she saw all these inconsistencies in Seth Rogers' story, but she did still praise at night. So and dog and their tip line and their reward. So she's not all out. But she's changed her mind, specifically on the lights video. So if you recall, Jennifer Coffindaffer and the mob crew, they collabed a couple times on the lights video. She was buying it all. She was all for it. Whatever mob crew was selling, she was buying. But we found out, too, that she charges for interviews. So are we even sure that these collabs, she was even believing what she was saying then? I don't trust any of it that she says anymore, because she's flip-flopped so much that I cannot take her serious. Like, she did Pretty Hate Machine. She also alluded to a new valid tip that came in a week ago. Dr. Aries of Psychology, CPS Disease Special Unit. You guys are wild with your names, I tell you. Thank you, Lee Michelle. Good to see you. Yeah, everything's good. Hey, big girl. Jay Coffindaffer never seemed like she knew. No, she always had the packets. Moxie thinks she probably read the judge's ruling on the slap. That could be. Hey, Music City. So it's interesting, right, that she would have this about face on this lights video. So I figured we could review Pascal's interview. And perhaps we can, take a look at her and Mob Crew. I don't know if that would even be doable, but we're definitely going to go over Pascal. So if you could hit the like button right now, right meow, and also put your chat on live chat versus top chat. I thought Coffin usually digs her heels in her theories. That's why this is so Yeah. You don't view it as her flipping. What do you view it as? Her what? Do you think she finally started watching Seth's videos or hey Fafo, 10 toes down. "12 toes down." All right, well, let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see. Let's get rid of that, and let's get Pascal up here. Again, this is the Pascal Show. This is from March 29th, 2024. Here we go.
He's called onto the show before. I've been talking to him for a while now, and I'm honored to even call him my friend. Please welcome Seth Rogers to the show. Seth, how you doing, my brother?
I'm alive. Boots on the ground still.
No doubt. No doubt. First off, I want to do this for you really quick. You doing that thing out there, bro. You doing that thing. I just want you to know that. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate all that you have been doing, because somebody's got to do it. And I don't really see anybody else spearheading this situation. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I am my son's voice.
No doubt. No doubt. How has things been recently?
It's been like a John Grisham novel, to be honest.
Oh, man. Is Jax Wolf here? This is where Jax Wolf and what he sent me comes in. When we talk about John Grisham, let me pull up my X messages. I want to tell you this real quick. And this can be another deep dive on another live. Hold on. Of course, my X won't load. My X messages won't load, but there's a John Grisham book. Hold on, let me try to close it out. Jax Wolf went deep into this. I wish he was here. My X messages will not freaking load. Hi, Kathy P. I hope you're feeling better. 8 Ball, will I get better? You got to do an exclamation point, but I'm telling you will, Kathy. Have they gone live about Sebastian, Straight Talker? John Grisham is releasing a Koberger book. Okay, well, Jax Wolf looked into a John Grisham book that was written about like somebody who gets kidnapped. But unfortunately, X is not cooperating with me, and I cannot open up my messages. So we'll do that. Oh, there he is. Look at Ask and You Shall Receive. There's Jax. Jax, was that was a John Grisham book that you sent me the passages to, right? I know it's because he has a Cooterville hoodie. He knows when I summon him. Was that John Grisham that you were diving into? It was. Okay. Did you dive into it because of this interview? Is that what made you dive into it? Because Pascal's like, we just started the interview, and he's like, how you doing? He's like, it's like a John Grisham book, if you want to be honest. John Grisham, The Abduction. Okay. Thank you so much, Jax. John Grisham, The Abduction. Let's read the little synopsis. It's in the Theodore Boone series. And it says, when we last saw Theo Boone, he ensured that justice was served by uncovering evidence that kept a guilty man off the streets. I know, Jax, you had a lot of info. This doesn't tell you shit. The police soon dismissed here's one. The police soon dismissed the notion that she'd simply run away. There was no reason to run away, her mother assured them, and she had not packed the things that would make such an escape successful. Do you see that? That third passage right there. Okay, let's get back to it. That's a whole nother deep dive for a whole nother day. So let's get back to Seth Rogers on Pascal. We can easily get off in these little tentacles, but let's stay focused.
How has things been recently?
It's been like a John Grisham novel, to be honest.
Hmm.
Thank you. Yes, I'm live. I'm not putting you on the camera. Nobody wants to see you in your pajamas.
I'm sure there's some people that do.
He says, women. That must be Michaela. Women.
But when you say John Grisham,
I want to see you in your pajamas.
Hold on, time out. You're being silly now. But when you say it's like a John Grisham novel, what do you mean by that exactly?
Just the amount of weird shit. I mean, can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you good, bro. It's a late night show. It's a Friday. We good.
All right. It's just some weird stuff has been going on as of late that it's just weird. My volunteers have been having people follow them while they handed out flyers and stuff like that. So
people are getting followed, you said?
Yep.
Do you mind expanding on that a little bit?
I just tell my volunteers that get together to help pass out flyers for Sebastian. They noticed that vehicles be following them, and I told them if they see anybody following them, get their license plate number, and I pass it off to TBI.
That's what's up. Wow. So people are getting followed, allegedly. People are getting followed who are just passing out flyers, volunteers that are just contributing in trying to find your son. That's very odd. Have you seen anything like that yourself? Have you been followed?
Can't intimidate me. I have a goal in mind.
Gotcha. Have you already reported that?
So is that a yes or a no? Right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys, did you guys see that I just went to X. Did you guys see that the Pro Burgers reported the Gonsalves family Facebook page and it got taken down by Facebook? I can't even. Okay, let me see, Jax. I'm pulling it up right meow. Hold on. I don't see the video, Jax. I just see posts. Hold on. I just see the book. Is it this clip right here? Hold on. Or is that you? I don't want to. In Theodore Boone, the abduction, April is kidnapped by her own father not her cousin, Jack Leeper, as initially suspected by the police. The police initially believed Leeper, a recently escaped criminal, and April's cousin had abducted her. I can't find it, Jax. It's a video. Can you resend it? Do you think that Seth actually reads books? I mean, I'm kind of shocked by that, but maybe he is a reader.
Because that basically says yes to me. So have you reported that at all to TBI or any law enforcement at all, that you have been followed?
Yeah.
Has it changed as of late, or are you still getting followed?
I haven't been followed today.
When
But-
did you go ahead?
Today, if they wanted to know where I've been, I mean, they can ask me. Whoever wants to follow me, I was at church 3 times today. It's Good Friday. Time to go to Mass.
Right on. When did you report that?
Mass?
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Did you go to Mass?
Not yet. I'm a bad boy. I'm burning in the fiery pits of hell. I know.
I'll get down and help make sure that you don't stay there long.
I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. But when did you go ahead? Say that again.
It's always time to change.
Right. Always time. But when did you report to TBI that you were actually getting followed? Was that yesterday or was that a few days ago?
I've reported some license plate numbers to TBI. I let them know a couple weeks ago that some of my volunteers were being followed.
That's just so. That's
I
just
don't
crazy
believe it.
to me. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
That's very, very weird. We might circle back to that question here in a second, or at least that topic here in a second. But I do have some questions. I know that there has been some updates. You and Katie Proudfoot, at least Katie Proudfoot, were in the same room with TBI, and they gave you some updates. Can you tell me anything that came of that conversation with TBI?
The video with the 2 flashlights on there, they showed me the whole video. And then they showed me the video in the daylight too. And it wasn't flashlights. It was literally the video that was showed to the public was like a small little portion of the screen, not the whole actual screen. And it was a trash truck. It came through. It's why it was slow at the beginning, because it was picking up trash. And then after they picked up trash, when it came back, they were dipping out in the neighborhood.
Interesting. Because, okay, so we've seen that video. We've all seen at least what Nick Barris.
Okay. In one of his lives, he actually said he read that book. This was during the time we were checking out the creepypasta stuff. Okay, I have the video. Let me pull this up. And this is from Jax. Thank you so much, Jax. Jackie, member for 8 months. Thank you for 8 months. This was March 29th, 2024. Okay, here we go. This is the John Grisham, Theodore Boone, The Abduction excerpt. This is the first page of the book.
The abduction of April Finnemore took place in the dead of night, sometime between 9:15 p.m., when she last spoke with Theo Boone, and 3:30 a.m.
Oh, I remember this now, Jax. Okay, let me slow it down just a little bit. Is it going to be too slow?
when her mother entered her bedroom
Yeah.
and realized she was gone.
Okay, listen closely, guys. I'll play it more than once. It's only a minute long. This is the first page from the John Grisham book.
The abduction of April Finnemore took place in the dead of night, sometime between 9:15 p.m., when she last spoke with Theo Boone, and 3:30 a.m., when her mother entered her bedroom and realized she was gone. The abduction appeared to have been rushed. Whoever took April did not allow her to gather her things. Her laptop was left behind. Though her bedroom is fairly neat, there was some clothing strewn about, which made it difficult to determine if she had been able to pack. Probably not, the police thought. Her toothbrush was still by the sink. Her backpack was by her bed. Her pajamas were on the floor, so she at least had been allowed to change. Her mother, when she wasn't crying or ranting, told the police that her daughter's favorite blue and white sweater was not in the closet, and April's favorite sneakers were gone too. The police soon dismissed the notion that she'd simply run away. There was no reason to run away, her mother assured them, and she had not packed the things that would make such an escape successful. A quick inspection of the home revealed no apparent break-in. The windows were all closed and locked, as were the 3 doors downstairs. Whoever took April was careful enough to close the door behind them and lock it on the way out. After observing the scene and listening to Mrs. Finnemore for about an hour, the police decided to have a talk with Theo Boone.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Well, Lindsay, I know you're a little delayed, but I'm sure you've heard the shoes by now. Here, I'll play it one more time.
The abduction of April Finnemore took place in the dead of night, sometime between 9:15 p.m., when she last spoke with Theo Boone, and 3:30 a.m., when her mother entered her bedroom and realized she was gone. The abduction appeared to have been rushed. Whoever took April did not allow her to gather her things. Her laptop was left behind. Though her bedroom is fairly neat, there was some clothing strewn about, which made it difficult to determine if she had been able to pack. Probably not, the police thought. Her toothbrush was still by the sink. Her backpack was by her bed. Her pajamas were on the floor, so she at least had been allowed to change. Her mother, when she wasn't crying or ranting, told the police that her daughter's favorite blue and white sweater was not in the closet, and April's favorite sneakers were gone too. The police soon dismissed the notion that she'd simply run away. There was no reason to run away, her mother assured them, and she had not packed the things that would make such an escape successful. A quick inspection of the home revealed no apparent break-in. The windows were all closed and locked, as were the 3 doors downstairs. Whoever took April was careful enough to close the door behind them and lock it on the way out. After observing the scene and listening to Mrs. Finnemore for about an hour, the police decided to have a talk with Theo Boone.
Yeah, that's creepy. That's too close for comfort. And for him to be the first thing, like, you're being interviewed on March 29th. Your kid's only been missing for like a month. And you're doing this interview. And the first thing you say when you're asked how you're doing is you say, oh, it feels like a John Grisham book. Isn't that weird? It's very eerie. It's very eerie. Lavender says, I believe Seth knows where Sebastian is. Moobs. Thanks for being here, Moobs. Read the pages I highlighted. Okay. I got you. This was an interesting find. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I see them. Hold on. I got to pull my email back up. Back up. Oh, I got a donation. I don't want to say your name out loud, but thank you for your $20 PayPal. That is so nice of you. Thank you so much. I don't want to like say your name if you don't want me to, so, but thank you. All right, here we go. Here's the pages. I'm going to read them. Theo said, Ike drove me down here to get you. But why? She asked. What do you mean, why? Theo shot back. Ike understood her confusion. He took a step forward and gently placed a hand on her shoulder. April, back home, no one knows where you are. No one knows if you're dead or alive. 4 days ago, you vanished without a trace. Not one, including your mother. The police, your friends, have heard a word from you. April began shaking her head in disbelief. Ike continued. I suspect your father has been lying to you. He probably told you that he's talked to your mother and everything is okay back home, right? April nodded slightly. He's lying, April. Your mother is worried sick. The entire town has been searching for you. It's time to go home now. But we're going home in a few days, she said. According to your father, Ike said, patting her on the shoulder. There's a good chance he will face criminal charges for your abduction. April, look at me. Ike placed a finger under her chin and slowly lifted it so that she had no choice but to look at him. It's time to go home. Let's get in the car now and leave. Here's another excerpt. Everybody agreed that I'd be gone for a week or so. No problem. I should have known better. Your father must be a pretty good liar, Ike said. He's one of the best, April said. Here's another highlighted point. Theo found her, and we took a little road trip to get her. She's been with her father the entire time, sort of hanging out. I can't believe this, she said. My father told me he talked to my mom, and that he talked to the people at the, and then it's cut off. Here's another one. Theo could think of nothing but April and her miserable home life, her warring parents, her scarred brother and sister, both of whom had fled as soon as they were old enough. April was the youngest of 3 children, born to 2 people who have no business having a family. Both parents were crazy, according to April herself. This is John Grisham, Theodore Boone, The Abduction. It's nuts. It is absolutely nuts. And I'm telling you, Jax, like when you sent me that, it's been a while now. Like you sent me that a long time ago. And it's been in my back pocket. And that was a great find. People are crazy, Yoga. You're right. It just gives me the chills. This also shows that Seth has mentioned John Grisham's books on more than one interview. The Boot Barn story made me think that he had this planned. Why is that? Hey, Kelsey. Yeah, I mean, and look at his face. It's the duper's delight, right? Maybe this is when Seth really hurt his shoulder. Exactly. I know there's lots of Craig names tonight. You guys are too much. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you so much, Jax, for that. That is so super interesting. Duper's delight, self-snitching. Yep, the date. He said we weren't asking the right questions. Because they both wear a 10.5. Oh, got you. Maybe it's a little bit of creepypasta with the, I don't know. He did, Craig's mortuary mama. He sure did. I don't think Seth is smart enough to get away with something like that. See, a lot of people say that. But I don't know if it's about smartness or manipulation. I remember another interview. It was the first one with JC. Who's JC? If I had to guess, I'd have to go back. Read the one where I put the yellow bracket on the whole page. Did I skip one? Jesus. Hiding in plain sight. This is a weird case. It does feel different. Oh. Sorry. I missed that whole one. Okay. Here's one more page.
Thank
April.
you for your support.
Oh. Infamous truth teller. Oh, Kelsey, thank you for 5 cooterships. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Cooterville. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Okay, I'm going to read this page. April, he said loudly. Talk to me. I want to know exactly what happened when you left with your father. Sure, Ike, she said, afraid not to tell the story. I was asleep, she began. Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, Ike asked. What time was it? I don't know. It was after midnight because I was still awake at midnight. Then I fell asleep. Your mother was not there? Theo asked. No, she was not. I talked to you on the phone, waited and waited for her to come home, and then fell asleep. Someone was banging on my door. At first, I thought it was a dream, another nightmare, but then I realized it wasn't. And this was even more terrifying. Someone was in the house, a man, banging on my door and calling my name. I was so scared I couldn't think. I couldn't see. I couldn't move. Then I realized it was my father. He was home for the first time in a week. I opened the door. He asked where my mother was. I said I didn't know. She had not been home the last 2 or 3 nights. He started cursing and he told me to change clothes. We were leaving. Hurry up. And so we left. As we drove away, I thought to myself, leaving is better than staying. I'd rather be in the car with my father than in the house all alone. While we were eating, he told me he had found my mother. He had a long talk with her, and she had agreed that it would be better for me if I stayed with him for a few days, maybe a week, maybe longer. She admitted, according to him, that she was having some problems and needed help. He told me he had spoken to the principal at the school, and she had agreed it would be wise if I stayed away from home. She would help me get extra tutoring if I needed it when I returned. I asked him the same of the principal, and of course, he didn't know it. Seb likes road trip. Yeah, it's chilling. Loaded hot. I think Sebastian will be found someplace Seth supposedly already looked. Let's keep going with the interview.
Put out here. Now, and you're trying to explain it a little bit. I hope you can explain a little bit more. When you went and saw it with TBI, the nighttime stuff, the flashlight, the stuff that looked like fireflies, for crying out loud, and the black abyss, was that the full picture, or was that a cropped video?
That was like a 3x5 of a full TV screen.
Really?
Yes.
So okay, so it was a cropped segment or a cropped section of a very big picture.
I've seen some people actually sit there and talk about, well, the trash don't run at 3:15 in the morning. You're right. It runs between 5 and 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
But the whole time that I watched this, the time on the DVR that they had stayed 3:11 for like 15 minutes.
Okay. So
broke equipment.
So it was broken. Okay. So it stayed at 3:11 for the whole time. So 3:00 was not the time that these trash guys came in. These garbage men came in and picked up the trash. That was a little bit later on, a little bit earlier in the morning, if that makes any sense. More like 5 or so, right?
Correct.
And of course, again, this was a cropped video from a very, very big video.
Yes.
Okay.
I honestly think somebody did it for clickbait. I mean.
I see. Okay. So then, okay.
He wanted people to log in to follow. And
Right.
if he's watching this, now he knows why I'm not answering his phone calls.
Okay. Let's break this down. I don't know why does he mention it a few times in this, Jax? Thank you so much, Sherry, for gifting 5. Let me see who those went to. For fuck's sake, Elfig, T. Adams, Aussie, Trisha, and Taylor. Thank you so much. Welcome to Cooterville. And then we got 5 more. Who were those given to? Dirty Diana, Infamous Truth Teller, Artist Creek, Marie, and Jenny J. Welcome to Cooterville. Close them like shut. Oh, Kelsey gave 5 more. Thank you, Kelsey. Kat Kenzie, Callie, Evelyn, Plume
Thank you for
Art,
your support.
Easy, and EW. Welcome to motherfucking Cooterville. Slam those legs shut. Thank you for your support, Kelsey. Kelt C. In a couple different lives. It is. It's rain. It's raining coots. Here we go. I had to open up my sound box. Let's give an official Cooterville welcome to our new members, guys.
Y'all welcome to Cooterville. Come on in and remember, close your legs.
He does seem happy and seeky. Yeah, this is very much the duper's delight through this one.
Oh, I see. No, I get that. But okay, then tell me this.
It is false information and something that's going on trying to find my son.
I can understand getting upset about that for sure. I definitely can. But there is actual movement in that area. If he didn't know, I could see that. But, I could see a little mistake happening there. But as far as the rest of the image, right? Because it was only cropped with a bunch of, with those 2 white dots floating around for 2 seconds, right? What does the rest of the picture that you saw look like? Is it just pitch black, or was there movement elsewhere?
It's dark because it's at night, but you can make out the road. So it's like whoever shared it with Nick and Nick put it out, you could see the whole road. There was nothing there. There was no cars on that road. There was no movement on the road except for the trash truck. That was it.
Gotcha. Okay. But you also saw footage from during the day as well, right? You just said that. It was nighttime and day.
Okay, this is important. Nighttime and day. But also, hey, Gigi, why is Michaela with him at a gas station at night in her pajamas? Why did he go live right here? Elfism? Why did he change his story from this? Good question.
Yeah, because what they wanted to do is they showed me the footage for the night, and then they turned it around and they took from the same camera video footage from the day and showed me where the markings and everything were, so that I had no doubt in my mind.
Gotcha.
Because some of those lights actually stay stationary.
Mm-hmm.
They're on throughout the night and throughout the day. And they literally showed me where it was. And I've been in the neighborhood. I even knew what house it was. As soon as I saw it, I recognized the house. So I knew the angle. Because the angle's coming from at the end of the street. It's not pointing at like a common section. It's just literally at the end of the street so that the owner can watch all their vehicles.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. And for everyone who's watching the show, just tuning in just right now, this is the biological father of Sebastian Rogers. Just so you guys know, he is boots on the ground in Hendersonville, doing everything he can to find his son. He has been missing for the past month now. It's, I'm sure, extremely daunting. As you could tell, Seth, I can't wait for you to have an actual good night's rest. I know that won't happen until you find Sebastian, but still, I know that you're doing a lot of work to try to bring your son home.
I feel better today. I've been to church 3 times. I've done mass. I'll be at church again tomorrow for Holy Saturday, and then it's Easter.
He was at church 3 times in one day? What?
Easter Sunday, and I'm just praying for a miracle. So,
Same here.
Well, you go to mass for that then, buddy.
I will be. I will be for sure. I will be sure for sure. But one thing I do want to point out really quick to everybody, real quick right now, is that there is a GoFundMe right now. This is to help Seth stay boots on the ground out in that area. Okay. Before we continue on in our conversation, please, guys, I'm going to make sure that it is posted in the posted at the top of the chat, in the family chat, so that you guys can go. Please.
Right. Did Michaela go to mass 3 times with him that day? I have a feeling they were chilling at his house. He had to do this damn interview. Is this sicko near him? Because it seems like he was like, get in the truck. I'm going to go up there and do this interview from the gas station to make it look like we were gassing up after searching. But she's in her damn pajamas. This is when she was over there shacking up. Yeah, there's already $15,385 of $18,000 goal. So I'm pretty sure, look at Anonymous gave 1,000 right here. I'm pretty sure that they raised the goal, didn't they?
Their goal is to just hit $18,000.
Hey,
They're
Flobo.
almost there.
Yes, it is still up.
Okay, $1, it doesn't matter. A penny, it doesn't matter. Whatever you can contribute is still a step in the right direction. So please go over to his GoFundMe, show some love, show some support. There's some other things that I will be sharing with you guys as well. If you want to contribute in other ways, we will be talking about that a little bit later on in the conversation. Okay, but go to that GoFundMe if it moves you so. All right, this man is boots on the ground as we speak. So go over there and help if you can. Okay. And we will be talking about volunteers here in just a little bit as well. Okay. Just to give you guys all a heads up if you want to get out there and help search for Sebastian. Now, you went there, you checked out this video, the full scope of this video. What we saw as regular people, okay, the people that are very passionate and really caring and that care about finding Sebastian, the footage that we saw was a cropped video up in the top right-hand corner of this very big,
Hold on. Let me see if he's got the live chat. Oh, he does have the live chat replay.
A much bigger picture.
Yes,
So
sir.
You saw day and night. What else was being said or talked about or shown to you with TBI?
I had requested video proof that my son was alive after I spoke to him on Thursday.
What footage was that?
They showed me footage of him leaving Texas Roadhouse and getting into his mama's vehicle with her.
Texas Roadhouse. So he was getting in a vehicle with Katie Proudfoot from eating at Texas Roadhouse, correct?
Yes.
Was Chris Proudfoot there
No.
in the footage?
No. Chris was in Memphis.
Okay, so Chris was definitely in.
There we go. I mean, this is what, the 29th of March? He's like, Chris was in Memphis. So at this time, did he want to blame Chris or did he just want to blame Katie? Because right here he says it like matter of factly. No, Chris was in Memphis.
Was Chris Proudfoot there
No.
in the footage?
No. Chris was in Memphis.
Okay, so Chris was definitely in Memphis. Okay. But when you saw them leaving, were they with anybody? Were they alone? Just the two of them going into this car?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick question. Did you see any footage from inside
No.
Texas Roadhouse? No.
They just I wanted proof of life on Sunday to make myself feel better. You guys want to know why I was smiling? That's because yesterday I got to see my son. I mean, it's not current, it's not up to date, but it gives me a little bit better of a feeling that I got to see him.
No doubt. No doubt. And I can only imagine. So when you saw him walking out of Texas Roadhouse with Katie Proudfoot, his biological mother.
Here's T Rev. He says, I said this all day. Seth, have you gotten the paperwork or session notes from the CPS case? Maybe there is something there.
Was he wearing the same clothes that they're describing that he was
No.
last seen in? Okay. Okay. After seeing that footage, I know it made you happy to see him. Of course, you miss your son. I don't know. Was there any interaction, any exchange with Katie, between you and Katie, after seeing this footage?
No.
When was the last time you spoke with Katie before TBI? Before the TBI meeting?
It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a couple weeks. Wow. Have you seen them, Chris and Katie Proudfoot, boots on the ground, searching along with you at all? Even at the beginning when you came into town, when you first came into town?
Chris went with me for one night to go check out some leads that were coming off of Facebook, but they were 3 days old, I think. And after that, no.
3-day-old leads? Isn't that weird? Why would the leads be 3 days old? Who was running the Facebook on March 29th?
To go check out some leads that were coming off of Facebook, but they were 3 days old, I think.
And he's all nonchalant. Time is of the essence. What? This is before T-Rev got with Michaela. Yeah, Michaela was with Seth here.
Chris went with me for one night to go check out some leads that were coming off of Facebook, but they were 3 days old, I think. And after that, no. They say that they're doing it. They say they're out there handing out flyers, putting out signs, getting billboards up, things of that sort. But they're not where I'm at.
Wait, what?
They say that they're doing it. They say they're out there handing out flyers, putting out signs, getting billboards up, things of that sort. But they're not where I'm at.
What? They're not in bed with Michaela? They say they're out there doing flyers and putting up billboards, but they're not where I'm at. Fuck does that mean? Katie's not with you? Is that what you mean? They're not searching with you?
Gotcha.
Which, I mean, it kind of, if you got more than one person doing it, it would be, in the grand scheme of things, it would make sense to split up to conquer the area.
Right. It would, wouldn't it?
It would.
Hey, hold on 1 second, you guys. I have to pause for 1 second.
So let me ask you. Let's talk about the search that you had with Chris. What was that like? How was the interaction? How was the search with him? Was it awkward?
No, it wasn't. It was not awkward. I was the passenger side. I was the passenger in the truck, and he was driving around. He's familiar with the area a lot more than I am. So he knew from the Facebook tip where to go. And so I just jumped in the truck with him.
Okay. Gotcha. And then that's it. You guys did a search and no strange, no odd interaction. He didn't say anything that would have made, I don't know, spark any kind of red flags or anything of that sort.
No.
Okay. I see. So my question is too, just going back to the TBI meeting, the most recent one you had, aside from those videos, was there any new leads or anything that they told you?
They're not going to tell me. It's an active investigation. They're not going to tell me.
Are you satisfied with their investigation thus far?
Asking me that question is like asking me if I like the hamburger that I see you cooking. I haven't seen the finished result yet. Finished result is me getting my son back. The sooner we do that, the sooner I'll tell you how happy I am.
Gotcha. I see.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes total sense. That does.
I like food.
So do I. So do I. I'm a hell of a cook. We gotta sit down and throw down sometime, my brother. When we finally get to meet.
What's your favorite cuisine?
Well, I'm okay. I make a mean steak. My steak is fire. Okay, bar none.
Now, what do you mean by a mean steak? Do you slice it open in the middle and shove it full of jalapenos and cheese?
No, I don't do any of that crazy stuff. No, just
throw
cook
it on a slab and sear it on both sides and serve it bloody.
Serve it right all day long. Serve it right. Okay. All right. And a mean fennel puree with some asparagus. Now you're getting me hungry, man. Now you're getting me hungry, bro.
You should have gone to church.
Oh, well, I will be in the church soon. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. So when it comes back to the conversation, because now we start talking about food, I'm going to get hungry. But after your conversation, have you seen Chris? When you saw Katie Proudfoot, did you see Chris?
No.
Okay, so he wasn't there at all.
He wasn't there physically. No.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you looking into any private investigators or lawyers at all?
Investigators? I've got 4 of them.
Oh, you got 4. Right on.
I'm not playing.
Gotcha. I see.
That's where I get a lot of my leads from.
Gotcha. Seeing any footage or anything of that sort, has that moved you to make any movements as of late? None?
Nope. I've gotten some tips. United Cajun Navy was here. They left. They were getting the death threats.
Yes, I do want to talk to you about that as well. So I want to bring that up real quick because I'm a little confused, to be honest. But they are. I'm just pulling this up really, really quick. Cajun Navy is calling off searching for Sebastian. What's up with that, Seth? Why is that happening? Why did that happen? What's up with that?
I mean, they're helping search to find my son, and people are threatening them, trying to run them over with a truck, throwing stuff at them. I mean, these people are trying to help me find my son. And this is the kind of welcome they got to Tennessee. The state of volunteers. And these people came to volunteer to help. Not everybody's perfect. That's why I told everybody you need to drop your egos and understand that Sebastian is the focus of this. The end goal is to find Sebastian alive and well.
Mm-hmm.
And some people decide to let their egos get in the way.
Gotcha. And so because of that, and of course they were getting threats, allegedly, that's why they're gone. Are they coming back at all? Did they just take a day off? What's the story here?
They called me this morning and they said that because of the death threats that they have to pull back because not only are they getting threats, but their family members are getting threats.
Oh, come on, man.
I cannot be liable for somebody. I'm trying to find my son.
No doubt.
And the last thing I want is somebody, I cannot on my conscience have somebody having their family getting threatened because they're trying to help me find my son. I mean, I've already told my volunteers, be careful, stay in groups, at 5 o'clock. I know we still got a couple hours of daylight left, but I want my volunteers to be safe too. So I've told them at 5 o'clock, I need you all to go ahead and call it quits for the night. You may not want to, but your life is precious as well. My son's life is precious, but I'm not willing to risk other people's lives for my son's life.
Gotcha.
Mine on the hand, I ain't worried.
Repeat that again. I'm sorry. Say that last thing.
Said mine on the other hand, I'm not worried. I'll be your Huckleberry.
I heard that. And yeah, I it is frustrating and tragic that they that's frustrating and tragic that they left. I got to be honest. And as a father as well, I can only imagine how that feels. But as far as volunteers go, has that changed in the volume and the reception and the attendance of volunteers down there?
A little bit. I mean, people are conscious of their own well-being. I can't expect people to, be threatened or anything else to help me find my son.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry that's happening to you, brother. But I want to bring this up really quick. Go ahead.
This is what it tells me.
Shoot.
People don't want me to find my son. Well, they can rot in hell, and people in hell also want ice water. And I have iced tea.
I got you. But for those of y'all who want to stay in heaven and want to help volunteer, can you let them know where they can go and volunteer? They need as many boots on the ground, out there, guys. So can you tell them where they can go and when you guys are starting your search tomorrow morning and all that?
Right now, you just need to kind of pay attention to the Facebook pages. I will be at church tomorrow. I mean, I'm taking this weekend to get my leads in place so that I have viable leads on where I can send people. There's a couple groups that are out there that feel the same way that I do about my son. You can't scare them. They're meeting. They've got things on Facebook.
Gotcha.
So where they're showing up, they showed up today. I think it was like 35 or 40 of them. And they went and handed out flyers and searched a couple areas. I know all that sort of stuff. At the same point in time, during this interview, I've already ignored 8 telephone calls from people who are calling in to find out what the game plan is and to tell me information.
Well, I won't keep you on very long. I know that you got a lot going on. I got a few more questions for you, but I do want to bring up all these things so that people know where to go. So is it still 90 Volunteer Drive, Hendersonville?
They are not there anymore.
Okay. So where do they go now?
We do not have a location currently for everybody to meet up. When I choose a location, it will go out the night before. That way I can get there and scope the area, make sure that it's a safe gathering spot for people.
Okay. So how are you going to let us know, or will you let me know at least so we can put it up online, let people know? Go ahead.
Let you know. I have your number. I have a couple other YouTubers' number, and I've got people with Facebook.
Right. And I also, just to clarify, guys, the threats that that the Cajun Navy were receiving were not from content creators. It was actually just people living in the area or outside the area that just wanted to muck things up. Okay. So it's not any content creator that threw out any threats, just to correct the conversation in the family chat, just so you know. Okay. Now, go ahead.
Me personally, I've been balancing media and content creators for over 30 days now since I started this. And I love you all.
I've been balancing. Hold on. Personally, I've been balancing content creators and social media for the past 30 days.
I've been balancing media and content creators.
Oh, media and content creators. Huh.
For over 30 days now since I started this. And I love you all. I mean, I understand some of y'all want clicks and y'all want followers and things like that. And that does not bother me. Everybody's got to have a job so they can make money. At the same point in time, I know that the more clicks and people that you have following you, the more people will hear me. That means more people out there. I told you, I want the world to help me find my son.
No doubt. That's absolutely right. The more engagement, the more likes, etc., the more this story and this conversation gets out there and more awareness goes out there for Sebastian. And that's what we're here for. Real talk. That's what we're here for. So let's get back into it. Footsteps or footprints, I'm sorry, that were found near this water retention pond.
Exactly, Kels. Studying the YouTubers. He started this. What did you exactly start?
Have following you, the more people will hear me. That means more people out there. I told you, I want the world to help me find my son.
No doubt. That's absolutely right. The more engagement, the more likes, etc., the more this story and this conversation gets out there and more awareness goes out there for Sebastian. And that's what we're here for. Real talk. That's what we're here for. So let's get back into it. Footsteps or footprints, I'm sorry, that were found near this water retention pond. Can we talk a little bit about that? Go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I said they searched that pond. They searched that pond either day 1 or day 2. It's only like 4 feet deep, and there went the light. And they searched it. I asked them about it because I listened to the phone call from the dispatcher to the officers, and I brought that to their attention, and they said that they searched that pond.
Okay. And they found, obviously, or I'm assuming they found nothing, because if they did find something, we'd all know about it by now, correct?
Yes. That was 30 days ago.
Gotcha. I'm going to go back into the conversation about things around the house and whatnot. Now, the cars, okay? There's something that's just really been burning away at me, and I'm just curious about, have they looked at I understand that they've gone through Katie's car. They've combed through that like crazy. But have they looked at the navigation of her car?
Information.
They won't divulge that information. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I'm not part of the investigation. Questions like that, That would be things that would be part of the investigation. And yeah, they're not going to tell me that stuff. So I don't
Gotcha.
even bother asking about it.
Gotcha.
Because, yeah.
I see. I see. Okay. Now I know that you a long time ago, because I know you just did a recent interview, and this is the one thing that I got a little confused about, and I understand you know, could
You
be
do, Carl?
lack of sleep, could be just answering the same doggone questions 15,000 times over, and it just, but I remember in the interview that you had in the past, you said something about the dogs catching a scent going into a construction site and it just stopping in that construction site. But just recently, I think just yesterday or the day before, you did an interview with local news, and you said that the dogs did not catch any scent.
That's what they're telling me now.
So the scent that the dogs picked up near this construction site was not that of Sebastian Rogers?
That's what they told me. They said
Very interesting.
that I received when I asked questions previously was false information.
Wait, what?
Interesting.
That's what they told me.
They said very interesting.
That I received when I asked questions previously was false information.
Interesting. Interesting. It's very interesting. I guess I keep wondering about those things because I know it was said before, and then things have changed. Like things that we've heard from the Proudfoots, they have changed over time. Now I get it that during trauma, during nerves, being interrogated, sometimes information slips through the cracks, right? Sometimes you forget things, so on and so forth. But there's been things that have been added in later on in their conversations and in their interviews. Like, you saw the Nancy Grace interview, did you not?
No, I kind of stopped watching the interviews after a particular one where I found out a lot of stuff that, about CPS and stuff.
Yes.
I kind of really, I guess I probably should turn around and watch more of them, but that kind of hurt me. So
you found out about CPS from watching the conversation that they had with another podcaster. That's the first and only time you heard about Chris putting his hands on your son, Sebastian, that would garner him a visit by CPS. Am I correct?
Yes.
So you never heard anything from any officials of any sort about this, even Katie Proudfoot as well. You never heard anything from her too?
No.
All right, I'm going to ask you a hard question. Has Sebastian ever spoken to you about the dynamics inside the Proudfoot's home?
Nope. I really wish he had. Because here in Tennessee, everybody's a mandated reporter. And if I had known some of the stuff that was going on, it would have been a phone call. I'd have called Clarksville PD, Montgomery County Sheriff's.
I bet. I would too.
My son would probably still be here right now.
Wait, what? Why would he have called Clarksville and Montgomery? Because Sumner is supposedly crooked? Is that why?
Phone call. I'd have called Clarksville PD, Montgomery County Sheriff's.
I bet. I would too.
My son would probably still be here right now.
So, question, because he says he only used the belt once and CPS was called. Do you believe it only happened once?
Doesn't really matter what I believe. I know that he admitted that it happened.
Gotcha. it's interesting because we dissected it this morning, and he said something completely different on Nancy Grace and said that wasn't the case. The inconsistencies are not good and very frustrating, just as a fellow parent here as well. And I keep wondering if there was ever any conversation or any hint at Sebastian having any issues or any problems with Chris or anybody at that home. Please
Well,
continue.
there was a couple times my son would get frustrated on days that I was taking him back to his mom's.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to go back. I hate going there. Well, he's a kid. I understand. I don't like to leave my house either. But when I asked him about it, he wouldn't tell me. And if he had, then I could have done something. But he didn't. So now I'm looking for it.
I see. So if I'm correct, you've asked him directly?
Yeah.
And he said nothing to you?
Said nothing to me. I don't know if he was trying to protect me from what was going on there.
Trying to protect him? Why would Sebastian be trying to protect you? Sophia, thank you for the gifted membership. Hennessy, welcome to Cooterville.
She says, welcome to Cooterville. Everybody close your legs. Everybody coming in, close your legs.
Close your legs.
I don't know what his reasoning was for it.
Yeah.
And I want him.
You gave him a year, Seth.
My job is to protect him. And it kind of makes me feel like I failed because he wasn't able to tell me, so I can do something about it.
Seth, I'm sorry this is how you found out. Real talk.
Me too.
I'm really sorry this is how you found out. It does break my heart that all this has gone down the way it's gone down. I really wish there was more clarity with these timelines, with the math, because the math is just
not mathing.
It's just not mathing. It's just not mathing to me. So I'll ask you, because you did ask Sebastian when it was time to go home or time to go back to the Proudfoot's home, he would get upset, right? He would get.
That was the second. That was not the last time that I took him, but the time before.
Did you?
And I asked him, and he just did he? I don't get it. I don't understand why he didn't tell me.
Has he told anyone in your family? Has he told anyone else about this at all?
Don't know. I do not know.
I gotcha. Because
but I gotta find him so I can make up for it.
Of course. Of course.
I gotta find him so I can tell him that he's got to talk to me. He's got to talk to me so I know what I can do.
Thank you for your
I understand
support.
that. And I hope you do have that opportunity to have that conversation with your son.
Praying every day.
Me too. We all are.
You need to go to church, though.
I do.
This is so weird.
I do. I most definitely do.
At least make sure you go on Sunday. I mean, it's Easter Sunday.
Oh.
It's right before Easter. Thank you so much, Three Sides, for the 5 gifted cooterships. Those went out
Thank you
to
for your support.
Shay, Paula McComb, Dear Terms of Service, Lindsay, and Daily Devotions. Welcome to Cooterville. Come on in and close them legs.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I'll be there
I
on
need
Sunday.
I
Whole
need an
family.
Easter miracle, okay?
Yes. I mean, everybody needs to go.
And
Okay. Whatever you pray to.
maybe it's just you need to go into church. It's just that one prayer that gets him back to me.
Go back a little bit.
You need
All
to
the-
go to church though.
I do. I do. I most definitely do.
At least
But
make sure you go on Sunday. I mean, it's Easter Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. I'll be there
I
on
need
Sunday.
I
Whole
need an
family.
Easter miracle, okay?
Yes. I mean, everybody needs to go. Okay.
I need an Easter miracle, okay?
Maybe-
Whatever you pray to.
Maybe it's just you need to go into church. It's just that one prayer that gets him back to me.
I'm with it. I have no problem doing that. And I'm sure everybody else in the family chat and of course, if you agree, if you're down with it, fam, put in that green heart emoji in the chat right now for Sebastian. Okay. Show as much love as you can. He needs it. Because I understand that there could be a possibility of him running away because he's trying to get away, possibly, okay? Possibly get away from the household in which he is in. If he's not happy at the Proudfoot's home, there's a possibility of him trying to, you see what I'm saying, run away or get to you. Have you thought about that possibly?
I have. I've been to. Me and his godfather have been out to the homeless encampments trying to get a hold of people. Turned around and I contacted
Him and the Godfather have been in homeless encampments trying to get a hold of people. Getting a hold of what people?
Trying to get a hold of people. Turned around and I contacted I had somebody contact Montgomery County for me.
I turned around and he was going to say he contacted Montgomery County, but he had someone contact Montgomery County for him.
And then I passed that information on to Sumner County to pull video cameras from the Parks and Recreation so that hopefully they can find some information along those lines.
Pull cameras from the Parks and Recreation? In Montgomery? What? This is fucking weird.
His godfather have been out to the homeless encampments trying to get a hold of people. Turned around and I contacted I had somebody contact Montgomery County for me, and then I passed that information on to Sumner County to pull video cameras from the Parks and Recreation so that hopefully they can find some information along those lines. There's flyers everywhere in Clarksville, Oak Grove, Guthrie, any place that I have driven through that would be close. So that way, and I've talked to the police departments up here. They know.
Why is he
I see.
so hell bent on? I've talked to the police departments. I called Montgomery. Oh, I had someone reach out to Montgomery County, and why even talk about Montgomery County? They have nothing to do with us. The Godfather is the husband of the Godmother, and they had the Cash App. So that would be what's their last name? What's their name again? Fleming. That would be the Fleming family. That's what he said, Cinda. He had someone contact Montgomery for him to see if they could collect the Parks and Recreation cameras. And then he passed that on to Sumner County.
I'm going to make sure everybody knows my son.
Of course. I think a lot of people know your son, but yeah.
And when I have him back, we're going to have to disappear for a while.
Oh yeah. I get it. I'm hoping for nothing.
And when I have him back, we're going to have to disappear for a while.
Oh yeah. I get it. I'm hoping for nothing but a positive outcome with everything here.
Just gotta find it.
Yeah.
I don't think Uncle Taco ever claimed to be a godfather. He was always Uncle Taco.
Nothing but a positive outcome with everything here.
Just gotta find it.
Yeah. I know.
I need everybody heads up, eyes open.
Have you reached out to any other organizations, or have any other organizations like search and rescue type of organizations reached out to you at all? Because it's still kind of mind blowing that Cajun Navy is gone now, and it's kind of gone back down to you running it solo. Has anybody else, any other organizations reached out to you at all?
We've reached out. We're waiting on word back. We're not the only people in the world that need help.
That's true.
So
That's very true.
We're just waiting our turn in the lottery system, I guess, for somebody to reach back out to us.
Equisearch at all?
They were here 2 weeks ago.
Could they circle back and come back and do another round for a week or so?
We're hoping. We've reached out.
Okay. Well, for those of y'all who are watching right now that have any connections to any.
We reached out. Who reached out to Equisearch? They only come out if LE wants them to come back out. And it sounds to me Equisearch talked to the Proudfoots because Twyla from Equisearch actually said that, or actually she went to the vigil and read a statement from Katie. So he had nothing to do with Equisearch. He's lying. He's lying.
Any other search rescue type of organizations, can you please reach out to them? It takes 2 seconds to send out that message to that friend, to that person who's the higher up, whatever it may be. Okay. We really need to get this young boy back home as quickly as possible. So please, if you can, reach out, because we got a lot of people watching right now, a gang of people watching right now. If you guys can please use your connections for the greater good, that'd be greatly appreciated.
I got some information for you.
Let's go.
All right.
All right, hold on. Ministry said a body has been recovered from the Cumberland River in Davidson County. Foul play is suspected. WKRN News 2 Nashville. And I'm assuming that's like reported right now. Let's look it up really quick. Bodies are found in that Cumberland River a lot. Man's body. It says it's a man.
The show. A body was found in the Cumberland River over in Donaldson. Someone was fishing and found that body. We're told that body had been in the water for some time and foul play is expected. The body has been taken to the medical examiner's office and an investigation is.
Would they say a man, though, if it was him? Yeah, that kid was found today, Flo. There's really not a whole lot of information.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And
this is just 6 minutes ago. Let's see. Probably going to be the same thing, but we'll wait for the ad to play and then we'll play it. So a fisherman found in Donaldson, is that what they said? And it had been in the water for some time. There's a lot of homeless, though, around there, isn't there? Along that Cumberland. It said he was wearing a shirt from a dinosaur.
Metro Police say they pulled a man's body out of the river today, and they do suspect foul play. A boater spotted the body this afternoon, and officers recovered it from the Cumberland River off of McGavick Pike. The man was wearing a shirt for a dentist's office from West Tennessee. Officers say it looks like he was stabbed, and he was in the water for days.
Oh, damn. Days.
The medical examiner will do an autopsy to confirm.
Yeah, it's... Ugh. It's somebody, but I don't think it's anything to do with this case.
Butter.
Seth and the boat photo opportunity always creeped me out. Yeah, it did me too. There's always bodies and cars in the river. Donaldson is where you mapped from the jail to Hendersonville. Oh, wow. It doesn't sound like him. Weird. Okay. Let's keep listening. Yeah, the other boy's fine, from what I heard. There's no telling what you'll find in there.
At Anchor High Marina has agreed to allow us to use their parking lot as a command center until searches are over and Sebastian is found. The address is 126 River Road, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 37075.
126 River Road, Hendersonville, Tennessee,
Yep.
37075. Correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I'm just going to repeat it again for everybody. Okay, and what is that facility called? Just so everybody, if it has something written on the side of it or something like that.
It's called The Rudder.
The Rudder. Okay, everybody. Of course, you heard Seth. That's breaking news right now, just so you guys know. Please, if you're in the area, if you're 45 minutes away, if you are 30 minutes away, if you're an hour away, it doesn't matter. It takes 2 seconds to hop in a car and drive your butt down and help out.
There will be no searches on Sunday due to Easter.
Okay.
I want everybody to spend time with your family. You don't ever know when you're not going to have them again.
What?
So enjoy the time that you have with them.
Wow.
They're saying that they'll have searches tomorrow from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and that all other times it will be 9:30 to 6 Monday, starting on Monday.
Okay. Okay. So you guys know The Rudder. Okay. The place is called The Rudder. It's 126 River Road, Hendersonville.
It's a restaurant. If you're hungry, feel free to get something to eat.
It's a restaurant as well. So it's a restaurant called The Rudder. The address, again, just for everybody who's watching, everybody, even those in the nosebleed seats, okay? We need your help too. The address for The Rudder restaurant is 126 River Road, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 26 River Road, 6 p.m. Easter Sunday, I'm sorry. But they will reconvene back on Monday at that same spot, The Rudder restaurant, at 9:30 a.m. And hopefully that will be the headquarters or the meeting spot, the rendezvous spot from this point on, okay? Just so you guys know. All right. Again, please go and check those things out. If you can get down there, it takes 20 minutes. Get out there and just do 20 minutes of a search. That's 20 minutes that we can get closer to finding Sebastian Rogers. Okay. Now, the other thing, though, too, I do want to bring up as well. Of course, there is a reward for any information on Sebastian's whereabouts. Can you explain a little bit more about how to add to the reward if they want to help add to the reward?
There's an attorney, which I gave you that information. I don't know if you can post it or not.
Yes, I'll pull it up.
There's an attorney in Nashville. This reward was put up by the businesses in Hendersonville. And if anybody wants to donate to the reward, the last time I checked, it was at $3,500. You would take in a check into the attorney. The attorney will give you a receipt for it. It goes into an escrow. And that's right there. James Brian Lewis. And then he'll give you a receipt. It'll go into an escrow account. If information leads to the whereabouts of Sebastian Rogers and the rescue of him, either or, let's go with rescue, then he'll turn around.
This is James Brian Lewis. This is the lawyer who was called, and he claimed to know nothing about this reward. Isn't that weird? Like, what was going on with that for real? Why would the attorney deny it? But then didn't the news lady admit that she set it up?
That's the reward that they'll give. It's at $3,500.
So if you guys can contribute, if you're interested in contributing and you don't want to do the GoFundMe, but you want to contribute in another way, you can do the reward. Okay. All the information is right here on the screen as we speak. So please go over there, check it out. If you can donate, that'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. You know, one thing though, I'm curious about is, when we talk about your GoFundMe, and I will be throwing these back up here, guys, again, before the show's over and before this conversation is over, and the GoFundMe as well. That will be put back up here in a second. But I'm curious, the GoFundMe, speaking of that, I heard things that Proudfoots were upset with you about doing this GoFundMe. What's going on with that? Is there anything you can, tell us about that? Why is there tension about a GoFundMe?
Chris, Katie spoke with me, and we agreed not to do a GoFundMe for finding Sebastian Rogers.
What a weird statement. No, it's not the same attorney as the rap. Different lawyer. But Chris spoke with me, and we agreed to not do a GoFundMe for Find Sebastian Rogers. Like it already has a name. 3 days in.
Chris, Katie spoke with me, and we agreed not to do a GoFundMe for finding Sebastian Rogers. And my sister asked if she could start a GoFundMe just for me to help pay my bills while I'm looking for Sebastian. And I told her that's fine, just don't attach Sebastian to it at all. And she said, okay. And she didn't do that. And Chris got upset. And
because you went around it a sneaky way, right?
Threatened to get an attorney.
Okay.
And personally, I'd like to thank everybody that donates to that, because that is paying my bills. And I did take a leave of absence, and I haven't been back to work since the 26th.
Hey, Jay.
And I will say, I am very surprised that sorry, I'm just putting this in here, the GoFundMe, just so it's here for everybody to see. Okay. But I am very surprised that you were able to take a leave of absence without any issues at all whatsoever. Yet we heard, I don't know if they're still on their vacay, but they jumped into an RV and kick rocks. What are your thoughts on that? Because apparently it was because he needed to go back down there for work. What are your thoughts on that? I'm just curious.
I don't have any thoughts on that, man. This ain't about them. This is about Sebastian. They're adults. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. My son, on the other hand, is not an adult. And it's on the adult to find him. And that's what I'm doing.
You gotcha. Now, I know a lot of people have asked a lot of these kind of questions about Sebastian. But I do have to ask anyway. Is there anything that would, I mean, is there anything in particular that warms him up quickly, you know, gets him very excited about things, or makes him become what, you know, something that would connect someone to him quickly? Is it music? Is it video games? Is it comic books? Is it movies? Is there anything in particular
Quit
that
answering for
if
him.
someone was
Just
to
ask the question,
see him from afar, is there anything that they could use or do to be able to bring him closer so we can call 911 to get him back to you?
Just call his name.
Just call his name.
Call his name. And if he turns around and sandy blonde hair, he may or may not still have his glasses. He had them, from my understanding, because they're missing out of his mama's house. But if he responds to his name,
wait, what?
and turns around and you see that
Hold
smile
on.
right there,
Hold on.
or even if you don't,
Okay, wait
you
a
just
minute.
see.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. When were those glasses found? Because do you notice he says, oh, the glasses, he could or could not have them. But they're missing. So why would you assume he wouldn't? Unless you were planning on dropping some glasses somewhere. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? If you hear like, oh, when your kid went missing, his glasses weren't there. You wouldn't say, oh, he may or may not have them. You'd be like, why wouldn't he wear them if he took them with him? You know what I mean? Like, of course he's going to wear them if he can't see good without them and they're not at home. You would totes believe that he'd be having them on because he can't see. So then the glasses are found, and then we find out they're not his. But they're found by the Bowersox. This is before the glasses were found, right? Or planning on getting him contacts. Right, that would be something planned. But if your kid ran away with his glasses, you would assume he's wearing them. The glasses were debunked. Those glasses that were found were not Sebastian's. However, the glasses that were found were very close to the Bowersox house by one of Seth's team. Oh, was it Michaela? I think it was actually Michaela. Oh, Michaela. It was probably Michaela. Glitter says around April the 3rd, debunked. They found the glasses in April. This is March 29th. And he says he may. Well, when were they found, though? April 2nd, there was a news article that said a pair of glasses had been found in the last few days. So they were found 3 days after this interview. Wait, how many days are in March? 31. So these were found, the glasses were found 4 days after this interview, or 5 days. Right. He was wearing them at the restaurant. He went missing with his glasses. So why would you say he may or may not have his glasses? Oh, why? Because they're fixing to find a pair in a couple days that might make people think they were fucking his. Dude, this dude's playing games. I think he knows where his kid is. Oh my God. Listen. Okay, listen to that part again. Let's go back. Just call his name. Okay, here we go.
Around and sandy blonde hair. He may or may not still have his glasses. He had them, from my understanding, because they're missing out of his mama's house. But if he responds to his name and turns around and you see that smile right there, or even if you don't, you just see him, he may or may not be smiling right now. I don't know what kind of state he might be in. Just call 911.
He may or may not be smiling right now. I don't know what kind of state he might be in.
Call 911 immediately. He's going to need help.
Call 911 immediately. He's going to need help.
He's going to need help.
A few more questions. I know these are tough. And I know you've answered these a couple times, but I do have to ask. Now, has he ever had any type of erratic behavior? Has he ever had any moments of rebellion at all?
Did you really just ask if a teenage boy had a moment of rebellion?
Yeah, I know that was a dumb question, but I got to ask it anyway. Would he retaliate in a way that would be like something like him disappearing, hiding away for a little while, so on and so forth? That's what I mean.
No, he's not done that. I mean, the boy likes to try to sometimes hide and scare you, but it's like...
The boy?
No, he's not done that. I mean, the boy likes to try to sometimes hide and scare you, but it's like, it's not one of those runaway type things. He's never been in one that elopes. Runaway type things. He's never been in one that elopes. He's never been one that wants to be away. So, no.
Okay, I understand. Okay, I do have a question, and this is between you and me and a whole bunch of other people here, but
me in the world.
In the world, but I do have to ask you this because it is something that has been.
That's what I was just thinking of, Straight Talker. When he did the lie detector test, the FBI guy was like, Nancy goes, "What question did you ask Mr. Rogers?" And he's like, "Did you do anything to that boy that we discussed earlier in our conversations? Did you harm that boy that we talked about today?" It's like, what? What do you mean, that boy? Why was the guy saying that? And if those were the questions in the polygraph, I call the polygraph complete bullshit.
Okay. I do have a question, and this is between you and me and a whole bunch of other people here, but
me in the world.
In the world, but I do have to ask you this because it is something that has been thrown out there quite a bit. So I say this with all the love in my heart, okay? Just a precursor. But there has been a lot of conversation about you allegedly having some sort of insurance, life insurance on Sebastian. Can you explain that a little bit?
I've had a Gerber grow up plan on him since he was like 4 years old.
Okay.
By the way, here's a little tidbit of information that I remember speaking to Chris Proudfoot about. The Gerber grow up plan. Apparently, Seth thought it was worth like $100,000, and he found out that it wasn't worth much, like a couple grand, a few thousand. But he did. I think he verbally had said he thought it was worth $100,000.
Because I know that that's something that a lot of speculation is brewing around that specifically. So I'm just asking because, of course, that's just something that people have been bringing up and having conversations about.
I understand. Yeah. I think everybody should have insurance on their children. And with the Gerber grow up plan, the younger they are, I think you can put an I used to sell insurance in California.
Right.
God, sell insurance? This is so freaking weird.
I had my license for it. I think the youngest you could put insurance was on a 15-year-old newborn.
What? What did he just say? I think the youngest you could put insurance on was a 15-year-old newborn. Jay, I had to mention you are so right. The day after payday and BJ sounds so different. Like falling asleep. Oh, God, does she really? Wait, what the fuck?
I used to sell insurance in California.
Right.
I had my license for it. I think the youngest you could put insurance was on a 15-year-old newborn. And that is the cheapest you'll ever get it. And with Gerber grow up,
Huh? What's he even talking about?
I think you can put I used to sell insurance in California.
Right.
I had my
Thank you, Georgia Dog, for your super sticker.
license for it. I think the youngest you could put insurance was on a 15-year-old newborn. And that is the cheapest you'll ever get it. And with Gerber grow up, the price doesn't change. So when he turns 18, his policy literally will double, and yet he won't be paying more.
See, the policy will double. Thank you so much, Georgia Dog, for your super sticker. He said a 15-year-old newborn, whatever. But he's literally saying here that he thinks that it's going to double and it's going to be a lot. Like, it's not. It's junk.
The price doesn't change. So when he turns 18, his policy literally will double, and yet he won't be paying more for it than when he was 4 years old when I got it for him.
I see. Okay.
Not mention, say he wanted to take money out against it after he's 18 or 21, say he needed, something for school, for college, whatnot, he can actually borrow against his life insurance policy. Because it's not a term, it's a whole life. So he can actually use that kind of like a savings plan.
I see. I see.
But why are we talking about life insurance in this interview? It's weird, right?
That makes sense to me.
And here's if you have a newborn child, what was it? I think he told me if you put $4,000 into an IRA for your child just once, by the time they're 50, they all have over $1 million in their IRA. And that's just a one-time deposit. There's other things I should have done when he was younger that now I know.
Oh. Are you? Oh. That's weird. Because you were selling insurance. Why didn't you know then? It is kind of a weird slip. No, it's really weird. Did he get another policy that no one knows about? I mean, I don't know. Did he?
Should have done when he was younger that now I know. You should
Yeah,
always be preparing for your children's future, not just your own.
no doubt. It's your legacy, right?
He sure is.
It's your legacy.
You know, one day he's going to be my age or older and be like, my dad did a lot of things for me. I think I'm going to do the same things for my kids.
He just said that he wished he would have done these things because he knows now. But he just contradicted himself again. Ooh, that pause is.
And be like, my dad did a lot of things for me. I think I'm going to do the same things for my kids.
No doubt.
He sold Farmers Insurance in 2017. Thank you, Audacity.
I'm really praying for you, my brother. I am really praying for you. Is there anything else before we wrap up the show, this conversation? Is there anything else that you want to share with everyone out here before we sign off?
Thank you, everybody, for your prayers. Please keep your heads up, your eyes open. What if you all could be the person that sees my son? It could be the reason that I get him back.
I'm praying for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
praying for Sebastian. I'm praying for everyone that is looking right now. My heart goes out to Sebastian. My heart goes out to you, my brother. And you know what? My heart does go out to the Proudfoots as well. Regardless of what the court of public opinion thinks or how I feel or anything of that sort, I hope that if there is information that's being withheld by any parties or anyone around this particular case, I just pray that there is an Easter miracle and they find some moments to speak out and speak the truth. That's what I'm praying for.
What you do in the dark will be set free in the light. Will be set free.
That's what I'm praying for.
What you do in the dark will be set free in the light.
What you do in the dark will be set free in the light.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Tomorrow is a holy Saturday. Today was a good Friday. It could have been better. I'm praying for that Easter miracle.
Me too, brother.
Thank you, Pascal.
Anytime, Seth. You know I got you. You know everybody in this chat got you. Okay? We are team green heart emoji out here throughout all of these internet streets right now. All we want is clarity. All we want is transparency and the truth. And of course, finding this young man. That's all we want, just like you, right? So we are rooting for you and we got you. What are you going to say, Seth?
Said that's all I want. I just want my son back. I want my son found so I can have him back. Because right now he's lost.
Me too. I do want him found. And I think we all can agree in the chat right now.
They were doing this brother thing then, too.
So, Seth, I'm going to let you go so you can continue doing what you're doing. Please, I just beg you. I know it's going to be very hard for you to do this, but it's one small request. Okay? One simple, small request. Even the good Lord rested on Sunday.
Oh, come
That
on.
was after 7 days.
After 7 days, I know, but you've been running ham. You've been going ham for days, for weeks now. So
Going ham. I mean, his son's missing. It's only been a month. Ugh. I know it's a Christian thing, but it's just, it gives me the weird vibes. I've never heard it so much than with these people. This select group of people.
all I ask, so that you can be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to fight and keep soldiering on for your son, all I ask is you get just a little bit of shut-eye on Sunday or within the next 48 hours. You deserve it, and your body deserves it. We can't have you.
No, this babying of him is weird to me, dude. It's so weird.
Have a
As he sits there rotating that damn shoulder.
sleep-deprived Seth Rogers out here. We need a fully alert and ready and healthy Seth Rogers. So please, bless your body with some rest this weekend. That's all I'm asking. And I'm not sitting here
Oh my God, with his hand on his chest and everything. Come on.
saying, do not feel that you taking a 2-hour nap is letting your son down. In fact, that's helping your son. It's keeping you strong. It's keeping you healthy. So please do that for me. And for everyone else here, please. Thank you.
Come on. If this isn't acting, I don't know what is. You know this guy's an actor too, right? You guys know that. Pascal's an actor. He owns a production company called Beautiful Beef Productions. So, there you go. That was the Academy Award goes to you, Pascal.
It's keeping you strong. It's keeping you healthy. So please do that for me. And for everyone else here, please. Thank you. I know. Just try. Drink some chamomile tea, something. Get all fancy with that ish. You feel me?
I think I have some chamomile tea right here.
Mountain Dew.
That's the worst things you could be drinking right now, my brother. Okay? But
at least it's not alcohol.
at least it's not that. Thank God it's not. But I'm just saying, hydrate. Water.
Hi, Holly.
It's clear, not that. Put that down. Put it down. Put it down. Put that ish down. Get some proper sleep, my brother. Put it down. Don't you do that. Don't you dare do that. All right? I love you, man. I really do. Real talk. My heart goes out to you. I really want everything to change today, like right now, in finding him. I want nothing but positivity. And I just want the truth, just like you do, and finding your son. So I hope we do find him and find the truth, or at least some leads that get us closer to finding him. I do appreciate you sharing everything you did tonight. I know it's not easy, especially when you've done 15,000 interviews in the last 48 hours.
Let's see here. I've got a couple things I wanted to address. Educated opinion. To be fair, it seems to be true that the GoFundMe, conversation did happen between the three of them, which is a weird thing to talk about at that time. I wonder how the topic came up. I think from what I heard, it was Seth's sister that brought it up. At least that's what I was told, something around those lines. And I think maybe Seth brought it up to them after talking to his sister. Does he have a bruise on the underside of his arm, or is that just a shadow? I just noticed that. just noticed that. Someone said the glasses were found April 1st. This is March 29th. And he said he may or may not have his glasses. Chafing. Ew, Elf. That's gross. Damn sure looks like a bruise to me. I don't know. But it might just be this. Let's go back 5 seconds.
Especially when you've done 15,000 interviews in the last 48 hours. But I know this is all for the...
Nah, dude. There's definitely marks and shit on there. Unless it's zits. And that's the arm that hurts. He's got all kinds of marks on there, dude. It's not just a bruise. Hold on. Fuck, we looked at Chris's arms. It's only fair that we also look at Seth's arm. After all, this is only a month after his son disappeared. Let's take a look at this nasty arm. I'm sure it smells nice and ripe. I got the paws on the old pit. We don't, Dana. We don't. That doesn't look like fat person type shit. That looks like a bruise.
For interviews in the last 48 hours. But I know this is all for the good cause.
But
48 hours. But I know this is all...
There's definitely marks on there that are like healed up. It's like healed up. It's weird that that arm is injured as well. I haven't enhanced this. I haven't done anything to it. This is straight from the video. This is straight from the video. It looks like shit that's healed up. Yeah, well, his kid's been missing a month.
15,000
A month, things heal.
interviews in the last 48 hours. But I know this is all for the...
He's all marked up right there.
Interviews in the last 48 hours. But I know this is all for the good...
Do you think it's stretch marks?
In the last 48 hours. But I know this...
That big dark one is not a stretch mark. That is a bruise. That shit looks like a bruise to me.
This is all for the good cause.
But, you know, I just want to keep my son's name and face out there.
Well, that's why you have content creators like myself and the many other amazing content creators on this platform and on TikTok talking about Sebastian.
There's
exactly.
his flyer.
Exactly. And we'll continue talking and bringing his name to light.
Bruising from a brace? Wait, who's Ed Black? I've never seen you before, but now you know what he has bruising from? A brace? I know, Glitter. They planted the glasses. I don't know. He's short.
Until this case is solved. Until he is found.
I have no idea, Cinda.
But Seth, I'm gonna let you go so you can go get some rest. I know you've been getting phone calls like crazy. I know you got a lot of things you got to do, many miles to go before you sleep. So I'm gonna let you go to it because I know that's important. Okay, but you stay blessed. Get some rest, my brother. Enjoy your Easter Sunday. I'm hoping for an Easter miracle. Much love to you, my brother.
If your shoulder brace gives you bruises, you may want to go back to your like whoever, what doctor like gave it to you, and perhaps speak to them about that, because I don't think that a brace should be bruising anyone. But Ed Black, nice try. Chris asked the cops if they should do anything to help pay for the search efforts per him. That's how the GoFundMe came up. And Seth, maybe 5'6" or 5'7". Thank you, Clue. And I don't see him wearing any brace. So the truck video, that was a few days before, and they wrapped his arm. He wasn't wearing a brace. They wrapped tape around his arm. Clue was there. She saw it. I don't know. Something ain't adding up.
And we'll be talking soon, okay? I'll be in touch. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
No problem.
Why do they talk to him like he's a little kid? Okay, I'll be in touch, okay?
Brother, stay blessed, all right? Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can't listen to the commentary there, but I want to go back. Because he raised his arm a couple times, didn't he? Oh, that view is priceless. Yeah, they wrapped it. It wasn't no brace. Who even are you? Who even are you, Ed Black? I know he raised that damn arm, but I don't think he showed his pit. See? He raised it, but we couldn't see the arm right here. See?
Just after your conversation.
See, we can't see it there. I mean, bruises look like bruises whether you're fat or skinny, right? I get that, like, some people may have stretch marks and shit like that, but bruises pretty much look similar no matter if you have extra fat underneath your skin or not. A bruise is a bruise is a bruise. He's 5'7". He's the same height as me. He's really short. Yeah, he doesn't show that angle, I don't think, any other time. Unfortunately.
Especially when you've done 15,000 interviews in the last 48 hours. But I know this is all for the good cause. But I know.
How did he allegedly hurt his shoulder on that search? Do you guys remember? It looks like a grip bruise when someone squeezes. It looks like a thumb, yeah. Hit really short and really round. Like his pants are as wide as they are long. I know what I'm picking up what you're laying down, like 52 by 52s. You always wanted to be 5'7". 52 by 52s. Or no, 52s by 24s. I'm sorry. That would make him really, really, really tall. Supposedly he fell walking down a hill. That looks like an older bruise. So if that happened on your search, Clue, that would have only been 3 days prior to this? That doesn't look like a 3-day-old bruise. That looks like an older bruise. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Diana. How would he search? He didn't actually search. If he fell, he wouldn't bruise under his arm. Right. May have heard it in the flashlight video. It was actually the day before we met him at the. Oh, it was the day before? Okay, so this can't be like a new injury here. If it's an injury. I mean, it looks like an old bruise to me. Unless I'm just saying things. And I guess I wouldn't be so sus if his shoulder wasn't also injured. Check his first. I don't know what his first one was. Well, if he bruises easily, you would think he'd have visible bruises. March 23rd is supposedly when it happened. I don't know. Well, hell, I mean, people enhanced Chris's arms from the dog scratches or whatever, so there you go. He tells Pascal he didn't get hurt during a search, though. If he injured his arm at work but re-injured on a search, how do you get disability for that? What a pause screen. It looks obscene, like Michaela. You are horrible. Where is Michaela? Michaela was in her jammies when this started. Where'd she go? Where's the interview? He said he didn't know what caused it. I don't know. His conflicting stories are just monumental. When you're thick, if you bruise deep, it takes a while to come to the surface. Oh my God. That's fucking gross, dude. That's like a visual I never ever wanted
This is all
to
for
imagine.
the good cause.
But
Oh, okay. Let me pause it there instead. Blit. Yeah, he did. He conflicted on this flashlight video too. No, he never showed her. He's like, I'm not going to show you in your pajamas. Maybe her and Tara Lynn's kin went off to go plant the glasses that they were going to find. What do you think? If he was wearing a brace, but he wasn't. Ew, Christina, a hickey? Oh, you guys are going to make me sick. That is so not cool. No, that's what people were saying, Clue, that it was like a fat person mark from like rubbing. But it was weird how it's just that circle. Who the fuck knows? No, Terry Lynn did not. Michaela found the glasses. But maybe someone else was at the gas station. I don't know, because where'd she go? I mean, what's he doing? Making her stand out in the dark at a closed gas station while he does this interview? Wait, I know. In typical Seth fashion, he's got her in the cab of the truck. It's just not raining tonight, so she can sit back there in her jammies. I don't know where the hell she is. Terry Lynn is on another vacation, or went on another vacation. I know, Cheryl T. It's suckening. Oh, Amy. Oh. Could it be from Chase? That's what we were saying, Oki. Michaela and Perry. Woo, you guys are getting raunchy here in Cooterville tonight. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's really not a rubbing area. I don't know. There's shadows in that truck, and I don't know if I see like bruises on the forearm or if that's a shadow. I don't know. You'd have to ask Seth that, digital. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here tonight and hit the hay. You guys are going to be redirected over to tomorrow's live stream on my main channel, J is for Justice. We have a 40-page filing in the Idaho 4 case. Koberger wants this trial continued. He wants delay. And he's using the Dateline leaks as part of the reason. So we're going to be going through that tomorrow. I have it set for 4 o'clock because I have to take my dog to the vet tomorrow at 1. I'm hoping that I'd be back for the 3 o'clock, but I'm thinking it'll be 4. So after I get back from the vet with Bella, we will go over Idaho 4 stuff tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining. I really didn't see any staunch inconsistencies like Coffindaffer mentioned. If you guys did pick up on any, please leave them in the comment section because I'm really kind of failing to see why Jen Coffindaffer referenced this video in particular, except for him saying that it was a trash truck. So please hit the notification when you're transported over, and I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Thank you again for joining. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night, everybody. Put your tinfoil hats in the bins.